Hello and welcome. This is Diana, and you are watching Holistic Vibes. This is going to be for the sign of Aries. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Kind of a combination of, I'll pull some like love cards, divine feminine healing cards. We'll see what comes out. White Buffalo Woman is, for me, an energy that taps into the all that is and the I am, right? She's essentially the feminine energy of the magician. It's kind of that inherent energy of understanding the who it is that you walk with, the divine connection through like guides, awareness. You can have like energy activations through the moon cycles. You can be seeing 444 quite a lot. Um, 25-4 can be also something. They also said 425. I don't know if that's a full moon. You may want to look that up. Um, so there's some kind of revelation of a purification through energy, frequency of that alignment, of that steadfast energy. It's kind of like a shift in it's like a shift in alignment. Mm, It quite possibly can be somebody was attempting to hide something, not realizing that like you were fully aware of like what took place in the shadows, is what they're saying. It's just kind of there is a desire for a new order, a new world, um, where shadows are not the primary leading focus. I don't know. There's some kind of an internal, yeah, it again, it has to do with the year of the snake. It's the releasing of like, oh, they said it's awakening. It's an awakening of the inner seer. It's kind of like those that have been thinking that they held the power. There's like a shift in a frequency of awareness. They said there was an interlude. An interlude is an in between phase. It could very well be a teasing phase. It can be one that makes one think that they are the bearer of the. It's almost like they didn't realize that the energies were just messing with them, making them think that they had the power, right? It's kind of like when you meet somebody who is a lower life path and then like they realize that you are the walking clairaudient person, they no longer are holding the gifts of the clairs, right? Because you're unassuming and you just allow people to say what they need to say. Um, but you're holding all of the gifts, right? Like you do all the things. If you think about it long enough, you can make it happen. And what it is like they don't realize like the who you work with, the what you work with, right? It's like once you've trudged through the shit, like you understand all aspects of that shadow. And it's the unseen, it's the walking in between the worlds. Because it's kind of weird too, because what they're kind of reiterating for me is it's like you can be through the trenches, right? Like, I mean, I went through cancer almost, I think it's been 12 years now. But in all honesty, like, I don't dwell on the what was. I understand like that through the grace of God and through the ability of shifting your reality, like you don't have to be the what you've been through. And it's like the anger and the resentment is what fueled my cancer. And so it's through the releasing, and they're also bringing up that too, right? Because for me, when I get pissed off and when I get angry, like it seats in my knees. And so it's like when you are reflecting or when you're clearing out your mental body, like you're kind of reiterating the energies or the frequencies that have been keeping you anchored in a lower paradigm. And through like, I don't know if you work with wolf energy, but as you're working with your inner wolf, like your inner alignment with creator, with divine guides, like you're releasing the energy that you're holding on to that's keeping you from a elevated state of being. It's again, and you know these things. These are not things that like you don't know. Maybe you're going to be working with blue obsidian or angel elmanite. That's something that maybe you do need to start like looking into with the new moon, with the release of the full moon and the activation of the new moon, right? Like, or maybe you need a black tourmaline, or an angel. Oh, the angel is Laabel. Oh, those are the angel names, and then those are the stones that you would work with that energy. And again, 444 is a very relevant energy frequency for you. Like, you're gonna get the downloads. So you said keep walking in the light that you know is your truth. No longer allowing it's Earth School, right? We're here to learn. But we're also not here to allow another outside of us to keep us in a state of angst, in a state of limitation, in a state of sorrow. Every time that somebody shows you like their karma, um, that you have worry or that you are unsure, like go back into the energy frequency of like understanding the echoes. Mm, of alignment, of like the composure, of the peace, of the understanding that another person has to go through what it is that they're shifting in their own reality. It has nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. It's the sitting back and watching, although you may see, and that's a hard thing, right? For any intuitive, when you first tap into your gifts or you tap into your awareness or you see more than meets the eye, your initial want can be to offer solace or offer space or hold space or give too much information. But in the end, like that person has to go through the karma that they've opted to sign up for, right? Whatever they've actively chosen to experience in the here and in the now, you have to allow that revelation to come through their own enlightenment. It's a hard journey when and I feel like I've been talking forever, like it's kind of wild. Um, but it can be this state of second guessing yourself, essentially. The attempting to like, and again, it's a lot of people can't read for themselves because their sight, the way that they see things, is very much a limited perspective into always shifting into the vision or the want of what it is that they essentially take themselves out of a state of collaboration or out of a state of lack. And it's through like whatever, I don't know, some of you very well may be like looking into becoming like a preacher or something. I don't know. Um, there's some kind of a birthing of a brand new shift that's going to open up like a different pathway um, through whatever faithfulness you've had in this rebirthing phase. Because like I could very well be talking to other people who are snake, and that is it's a hell of a journey, right? Like, because you think, oh yeah, it's gonna be awesome. It's my return. How great? Because it's not like I think it happens. What it's every 14 years or something like that. It comes. Let me see. So it's once every 12 years. So again, it's that revisiting of like the what are the cardinal natures that have kept you in a vibrational loop or a vibrational frequency out of your own alignment, right? Like what are the things that you are no longer going to carry that are either ego based, health based, depression based, scarcity, like activating your abilities or inabilities, and like honoring that journey, right? What has kept you out of a place of appreciation or out of a place of alignment? Where is it that you thought that you were better than when in actuality, like it was just you grasping, aligning with like the knowledge and the awareness of mm, it's like the disappointment, the impediment. I'm getting somebody who can very much read behind like the motives of another and allows yourself to state into a state of others' negativity like far longer than what it should be, right? And so like as you gain the mental clarity, as you gain like what nurtures you, what fills your cup, like how do you need to move in the world? It's like again it's the releasing of those old conditional wounds that have perpetuated a cycle for far too long. It's you stepping into a state of your own inner mastery, and like that's what this transition phase is like you working with your spirit guides, you working with the divine and allowing yourself to honor where you didn't see what you thought you should have saw, like what didn't take place. The the shift into happiness or lack thereof, right? Where you perpetuated a state of motion. And where do you get into a state of being in gratitude, right? Where you are in, where you understand like that the divine is all things, like through whatever cleanse, as you're taking a shower this evening, wherever it is that you are, if you have the ability to get into the ocean, you know, ask for those water codes, ask for the divine and ancient wisdom to then give you even more than what you could even fathom, right? What's above that? And asking for the new beginnings, asking for, okay, that's great. Like these are my gifts. This is my honoring of this story. And up to this point, these are the revelations that I've had in this expansive state of being, right? And as you get that energetic tune up, like if you can, I mean, who knows? If you can see the sun like go down, that'd be great. But like honestly, they're just kind of saying it's like relinquish the that the tune up has to come from something outside of you, right? It's almost like you're reattuning and realigning with the etheric realm. Um, there's like a heart attunement sacrament. There's like a shift in appreciation of what is sustaining your reality. And like through the activation of the ending of the snake, of the year of the snake, stepping into the horse, it's kind of like there is a shift of alignment into, maybe God's going to give you a vision or give you insight or an understanding that you are in fact a walking mirror. Like, and this is also, yeah, there's a double mission. Like maybe you guys are grid workers, or maybe you are just kind of understanding your role in the community or the how you move in reality as you step into a sacred union within self, right? And through the awareness of alignment, like your inner world will start reflecting your outer reality. And that's kind of a hard thing for a lot of people to take into realization, because like if you're moving in the world as a good person and then bad shit keeps happening to you, you can essentially recalibrate and think, oh, nothing good ever happens to me, right? But it could very well be that somebody spell casted against your energy at a certain time. Remember, if you're anything but a baby boomer, you essentially have become a feeding station for entity attachments. Like the world is essentially coded to feed on you. And so like as you're coming into your awareness, as you're coming into your gifts, as you're coming into your understanding that you don't walk alone, that your energy is super potent, and it's by the grace of God that you walk where you walk, or you walk who you walk with. And it's like there's kind of a cleansing shift in the way that you are moving in the world, and how you are in a grateful state that the creators allowed for you to get into the here and the now, is what they're saying. I don't know. The energy is definitely dense. It's heavy. It's sticky. And it's really like there's a lot of contemplation through the fire of the activation of your inner perspective. It's the understanding of like the what and the who you walk with. And again, there's some kind of a vision. So for those of you that don't journal, like, after when you wake up out of a dream, like get a journal, start making that your reality, however it works for you, so that way you can reactivate whatever this double mission is. Oh man, take a deep breath and just kind of allow yourself to reset, and allow yourself to kind of reconform in regards to like getting on the top of the wheel. So whatever has been keeping you anchored to a lower paradigm, like write that stuff out. And I mean, you can write out two and burn one, but they're just telling me like that it's really like the surrender of release, so that is no longer something that you're anchoring with you as you continue to move forward. There's light at the end, like you're in the home stretch is what it is you're literally in the home stretch. So as people reflect to you their lower vibrational frequencies, honor the what's coming up, and then say thank you, no thank you, right? And send that shit back. It's like with love and light, but that don't belong to me. And you literally allow that energy to shift. And it's literally like lightening your field. So take a moment, ground your energy, and focus on like the things that have been fear moving through the energy, and ask where it's been living, because fear is one of the oldest grids in the system, right? It's a very low archonic energy. And so it's usually always in the red, but it also can creep up into the heart center, right? When there is an angst, when there is a fear, where there is an impediment, and honor that journey to now, and the what needs to take place, right? And then honor and replace and fill it up with like the violet flame, the indigo, and the crystalline grid. And then activate and shift that frequency to an empowering, emotional, and abundant energetic frequency, where everything is on the up, where things are starting to shift. And as you proceed forward, continually ask, like, what's one step I can move to step into my future timeline? How do I need to move in this? And it's going to feel like fake. It's going to feel like it's uneasy, right? Because you're going to start moving in a way that you've only dreamt of moving, or in a state. And again, they're kind of, they're reaffirming or reacclimating and showing me an energy source of like when you've been broke and you've had nothing, and you're down to like your last $20, and you flip that on its butt and you're worth 100 and something $1,000,000. Like, how do you move in the world differently? And like, I can only speak for myself, is sometimes God humbles us so that way we choose actively how we're creating our reality and how you're moving in light. You don't have to have financial abundance to be a kind human being. you can find joy and happiness through the little things of the who you choose to interact with. And again, like through the codes, like ask the water to update. If you it's called Gravaldi codes. I think that's what they're called. But they're showing me the book again. And he had a download of like code frequencies that he was aware of that activated particular gateways, right? Is her name Shar? There's another woman that also does code light activations. And then obviously Jerry does the star magic, light code activations. And you can eventually like get to a point where you are working with your guides and asking them your codes and your activations for yourself or for your own blueprint or for a higher timeline. Yeah, I'm going to leave that there. If something in this resonated with you, Aries, because this is Aries, I know I don't say the signs enough, but the energy is very distinctly Aries. So as this year is closing, like definitely focus on that cleansing energy. And a lot of people can very well start to have cleansed their energy or start to cleanse their environment. Because again, they're instinctually knowing that it's coming to the end of the year. So that can very well be something that you are experiencing or playing with, or again, amplifying. And there very well may be a delay in the video. I don't know. We'll see. But again, I think I've communicated what needs to be communicated. If you would like a reading or a healing, you can go to HolisticVibes.org. Everything happens there. And please keep in mind that I am booking out about a week and a half. So be patient. If you would like a QHHT session or a past life regression or BQHT, I do offer those. And until next time, be well. Ciao.